Welcome to the Franchising 360 Show, the only show that takes you inside the world of franchising, with hosts Tim Parmeter and Danielle Wright.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Franchising 360 Show. I am Tim Parmeter, and with me, as always, is Danielle Wright. We are here on the Franchising 360 Show to take a full 360-degree view of the franchising industry. We're going to talk about all the things you need to know to determine if you should own a franchise. If so, what's the best one for you, how to succeed once you are an owner, and even how to take an existing business and turn it into a franchise. Today we have a franchisor coming on today to talk about a very cool and exciting brand. So looking forward to talking with them.
Yeah, it's one of those top 10 industry things that you were talking about.
Yes.
Hottest.
Indeed. And
not hot, but hot.
Well,
it could be.
It will be.
But it's not really.
Right. No, not so bad?
No.
Okay. Well, I guess we will find out.
Sure.
We can ask her when she's out here in a minute. I know this is an industry that I think you've got some experience in, and something that we both have I think kind of a intrigue and passion in, and both have done a little bit as well.
Hey, we've owned a franchise in fitness.
Yes.
Just saying.
Yes. Not this exact one, but
Nope.
But boutique fitness is always a fun one.
Yeah.
So, what kind of franchise fun fact do we have for us?
I love how you
Dana?
just dump and here we go, dump you into a franchise fun fact.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Let's do a little history.
Oh, okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Did you know, and you didn't, so you won't, one of America's most famous founding fathers was also one of America's first franchisors?
Like literal founding fathers?
Yes. Do you know who the founding fathers are? Don't ask me. I'm asking you. You can't ask that question back.
Yes, I know.
Okay, go.
I can't name them all.
Oh, sure.
I mean, TJ was there.
Okay.
Ben Franklin. Hamilton, of course.
Okay.
John Hancock, because he had the biggest signature.
Look at you. That's more than...
I was a history major
More
in
than
college.
most. I'm so proud.
And so
out of the ones you named, which one do you think
founding father
was also America's first franchisor?
When in doubt, I would go with Benjamin Franklin.
You are correct.
Yes.
You got a yes.
Oh my God.
Oh, stop the masses. You got one right.
I'm a little, wow.
Yes.
I don't know how many episodes this is, like 75
and you've
or
gotten
so.
One
I
right.
finally got one right.
Right. Are you ready for the history
Yes,
buff?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. On September 13th, 1731, you were just a baby.
Yes.
Benjamin Franklin entered into an agreement to carry on business of printing in South Carolina, and that agreement included many of the key elements we still recognize in franchising today.
Wow.
Yeah. Profit sharing, intellectual property rights, territory agreements. He did it first.
That Ben Franklin guy was pretty smart.
Yeah. I mean, all of the things.
So we, unbeknownst to us, we actually kind of owe our career paths to Benjamin Franklin.
Yes.
Wow. I thought it's finally a fun fact that I'm excited to
I
know.
knew that it was going to go just take
right.
you.
I got one right.
Yeah. So you'll talk about this for ages.
I really, we're officially done with the show.
It'll be your dinner party thing. You'll be like, I finally got a fun fact correct.
Yes. And this was it. So, apparently we're going to continue on with the show. I think that's worthy of just stopping it right there.
Yeah, but the guest is cool.
But we got
Benjamin Franklin probably developed what she was talking about too.
It's possible.
Yeah.
And so we do have an amazing guest coming on here in a moment here on the Franchising 360 Show right after this. All right, folks, we are back on the Franchising 360 Show. Tim Parmeter with Danielle Wright next to me, and joining us on that side of the table is January Swiderski. She is the U.S. Franchise Development Manager for Studio Pilates International. January, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
We are looking forward to chatting with you. We've got...
Don't be scared.
No worries.
This is how many
Oh my
questions,
goodness.
right? You ready?
I'm ready.
Before we get into the brand, I'm excited to talk about that. But
Of course.
Give us a little January scoop.
Yes. So as you mentioned, I'm the U.S. Franchise Development Manager for Studio Pilates International. I've been in franchising now, almost 8 years.
Good job. Yay.
Thank you. Definitely landed in franchising on accident, I would say.
Everyone, basically.
I think so. I felt like my story was very unique, but I'm finding that it's not.
No.
But yeah, I came from the public sector into the private sector, started out as the executive assistant for the COO of Pizza Hut at that time.
Oh.
So Nicolas Berquier, who was fantastic, and he allowed me to attend meetings with him with operations and really kind of dive into franchising and learn all about it.
Wow.
And from there, I used my legal background and I worked in the legal department for Pizza Hut. So that was quite an experience, as you can imagine, with such a tenured brand.
Yeah.
The learnings were incredible, though. Just really understanding what moves franchising is obviously the agreement, the FDD. And so getting to learn all about that. And then beyond that, started working at Nothing Bundt Cakes, which is a fantastic brand, and was there for a little over 2 years. And then, of course, they did a restructure when they got bought out by Roark Capital, and landed with Studio Pilates International. So I went from QSR to health and wellness and fitness, which is exciting. I think as I get older, probably a better life decision for me.
Yeah.
So
many things I got to say.
After eating Pizza Hut, Nothing Bundt Cake, now you need the Pilates.
And now I need to work out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Excellent. So tell us a little bit about Studio Pilates International.
Yes, so we are an emerging Australian brand here in the United States. So I've been working with them since June of 2023.
Okay.
So almost 3 years now. It is a fantastic boutique fitness, very high-end Pilates studio. We are a pure reformer. And so, we focus on doing one thing and doing it exceptionally well. And that is reformer Pilates. So we are essentially in the middle of more of like your classical Pilates studio, based on Joseph Pilates' methodology. And then you have your more modern Pilates studios. A lot of times I say they're kind of Pilates adjacent. So we are in the middle just because we leverage state-of-the-art technology, but we do stick to the very classical movements on our reformers.
Okay. So there's no, hey, mixed equipment, hey, get on the floor. You're saying completely
Correct. You're not going to look on our website and see cardio or HIIT classes.
Okay.
We actually are a mixed leveled studio.
Okay.
So because all of the exercises that are incorporated in our programming can be modified, we can have beginners in the same class as people who have been doing Pilates their entire life, and they can walk out with 2 completely different experiences because of the modifications that we are able to apply.
So we just went full on Pilates conversation.
Right.
Oh, yes.
You probably are like, what the heck? Even though you've done some mat Pilates all on your own. I'm so proud.
Very different.
Very different.
I have.
Yes.
And somebody, it may have even been you originally, was like, the mat Pilates is harder.
I find it much more difficult.
I mean, I'm a high-level
'cause you're not
athlete,
assisted.
though, so...
There we go. Well, I certainly am not.
Sure.
What year is it again?
Yeah,
It's
sure. It's okay.
1991?
You're so cute.
Okay.
Next.
No, but it's... Talk about, so maybe... I think with Pilates, not everybody understands what that is.
But it's going through a hot moment.
Oh, my gosh,
Like,
yes.
everywhere you turn,
Absolutely.
there is
And for a great reason.
Right.
The modality is fantastic just for movement.
Yes.
And it's very safe. You're not lifting heavy weights. You're not going to essentially strain your back. That's why physical therapy is such a huge part of it, because a lot of people do use it for rehabilitation. Even, pelvic floor for women and ladies who are, pre and post.
all the things with women.
Natal.
Yep.
All the things with women.
All the
yes,
things.
but gentlemen
Not just
too.
a women's thing, but,
Gentlemen too, though,
Yeah.
and what we're seeing is a lot of athletes are now really getting into Pilates because you're focusing on core strength, which is what everyone needs as we age.
Yes.
That's what holds our bodies upright. That's what allows us
we
to
don't
move.
complain.
And so that really is at the core of it, no pun intended. And so you're seeing a lot of athletes do it, a lot of male athletes. Obviously, we were founded by an Olympic athlete and a physical therapist. So we really combine the two to have a very efficient and effective way of, administering our classes. And, it's extremely, extremely effective, I'd say.
So as you see people come to you about, hey, I want to own something like this, are you seeing more people that have the Pilates experience come to you and want to be, yes, I love doing this, I want to own this, which I think we all can sit at this table and kind of say that's not always the ideal fit, but is that what you're seeing?
I would say it's a mix.
Okay.
So you have the people who are passionate about Pilates and health and wellness, fitness in general. They love boutique fitness. And I think a lot of times they make great candidates. But then we do have people who, are just looking for a great business opportunity, in which case, my first question is, how many reformer classes have you done?
Right.
Yeah.
If the answer is none, then that is their number one, role.
Try before you buy.
You have to try it. And not just us, not just our studio. I want them to try every single studio that's out there so they can really understand what the difference with Studio Pilates is and what makes us superior. And, I'm non-biased, but it's important that they understand.
Neither am I. It's fine. Yeah.
It's interesting to me how many of it tends to be more from a client base and a member standpoint, more female than male. Even though you mentioned the athlete thing and the founder of Pilates, his name is Joseph, right?
Yes.
Not Beth, right?
Exactly.
Founded by a dude, right? And the very first time I ever heard of it was literally because of an athlete. Was a pitcher for the Cubs 10, 12 years ago.
Every time he gets a Cubs ding.
Hey, go Cubs. And so, so trying to kind of educate, I think probably the male demographic of how powerful this can be.
Absolutely.
And how hard it is.
Yes. And that's what I love about our brand is that our demographic, our target market is everyone.
Yeah.
Because we know that everyone can benefit from it.
Right.
And really, from a revenue standpoint, if you're just targeting women, you're losing 50% of your potential revenue.
Right.
But realistically, it's great for everyone. And I think just in the U.S., there is a huge stigma that it's very female-centric. We all saw the SNL skit, which I thought was fantastic, but that is not the reality of the modality, should I say.
Right.
And so with Studio Pilates, our branding is very clean-cut. It's very, very, high-end, black and white. Our clients love just a very classic look. You're not going to walk into our studios and see, flashing lights. We're not at a club, a disco. We don't have pink walls or anything.
Right.
It's very high-end boutique feel. We have chandeliers to give our clients that chandelier moment. We have hardwood floors, crown molding. And one thing, our technology, it is proprietary to our brand, and our reformers are actually proprietary to our brand as well.
Oh.
So we have our own reformer manufacturing partnership, and they create and manufacture all of our reformers, ship them direct to studio doors. And the biggest difference is the quality. They can support up to about 300 pounds, and they're actually created to be much longer. So we, can welcome taller gentlemen, heavier clients into our studios, and they feel comfortable.
Love it. Okay, we got a bunch more for you, but we're going to take a break really fast. So we're coming back on the Franchising 360 show right after this. We are back on the Franchising 360 show. Tim Parmeter with Danielle Wright. And our guest again is January Swiderski from Studio Pilates International. So tell us what's something maybe is a big question people have that are looking at this as a possible franchise opportunity. Is there any sort of common background or trait that you're seeing in your owners coming in?
Well, I would say, Passion for health and wellness, especially as we age, I think it's becoming more prominent. And even with the newer generations, people are being more health conscious these days. So I think that is a huge factor, and people really wanting to do what they love. I think after the pandemic, what I've seen a lot is that people who are stuck in a 9-to-5 or are just working a job have kind of come to this place in their lives where they want to do something they're passionate about. And that is a transition. And what Jade, our founder, always says is, we're the home of corporate refugees because people are not ready to retire, but they are not ready to sit down. And at the end of the day, they really have a passion for people and helping their community because Pilates does change people's lives. I mean, I've talked with a few people who it's essentially saved their lives by strengthening their spine, their core, that type of engagement. And so that really is, the people who I talk to on a daily basis.
She talks about the spine, and I'm like making sure I sit up straighter. But that is one of the core elements from Joseph Pilates is something about like the spine is how old you are or something. There's some
absolutely, because it's what's going to hold your entire body upright.
Yes.
And so that is the core engagement, and all of that is very, very important.
So you've had a great career in franchising. So what makes you stay? Like, why this? Because you've been with them a long time. As franchise salespeople, we don't stick around all that often in certain brands. Like, we're 2-year, maybe 3-year clip. What is it about? Because that might... Hey, she stayed. Why? Why does she like it? Maybe I'd like it.
Yeah, absolutely. I love this brand. Honestly, it comes from very humble beginnings. Our founders started it from the ground up. Their story is fantastic and incredible. And they really put a lot of heart and soul into the brand. But also it's scientifically backed too. So we know what we're doing. And just the opportunity to help such a brand emerge into the U.S. So when I came on, I was the only U.S.-based franchise
person
employee. Yeah. And so it's been amazing being able to reach out to my network within the franchise industry and bring on other third-party partnerships and really help grow and develop the brand here in the U.S. has been very exciting. It has its challenges, but that's what makes it fun.
So where are we at as far as studios in the U.S.? And then what's the goal for studios for the next couple of years?
Absolutely. So when I first started, we had 5 studios in 2 states between 2 franchisees.
Whoa.
So to date, we are across 6 different states. We have signed studios. We have 23 open and operating.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Soon to open we'll be at 25 by the beginning of May.
Yay.
And then we have another about 22 or 23 studios that have already been signed and are somewhere in development. So quickly approaching that 50 mark and doing it very, very organically.
Okay.
A lot of our owners are former clients, which is great because it just shows that our product is amazing.
I'm like, I want to take it with me everywhere I go.
Exactly.
Like, put it in my pocket. Here
we have former instructors who are now owners. We have clients who are owners. And so that is essentially how we're growing. And I think the possibility is endless, because of where we come from. I think, there's so many exciting partnerships on the horizon that we're working towards, specifically here in the U.S. because we are such a sports-centric culture.
Okay.
My goal is to see this brand go places other Pilates brands have not yet gone.
Right.
So that's really exciting. And just the opportunity to work with an emerging brand, there's plenty of territories available.
Yes.
And coming in, we're not afraid of the competition because our business model is so starkly different.
Yeah.
It's okay if there's competitors in the market. We get in and we really engage with the community and, are able to excel from there.
And
so hold on.
Yes, ma'am.
There's all of this positive.
Yes.
Tell me one thing someone should be hesitant about. Because if competition isn't a thing.
Yeah. So I would just say from an owner standpoint, we are looking for the involved owner operator, at least in the beginning. And what I tell people is, it's a heavy lift with any business. This is going to be your baby for the first 6 months to a year,
a lot
depending.
of money, right? You don't want to turn it over to a toddler, right?
It's a heavy investment and it's a heavy lift just with your time. So, I tell people just be ready for that. You're going to get out of this what you put into it, but our support is second to none as well. So it's a plug and play. I always say franchisees have the hard work. They're the ones operating. Yeah. We are the ones that are here to support you. Yeah. So, but I remind people of that all the time. And, we see people, they drink from a fire hose in the beginning, but everyone tells me it's worth it, which makes it worth it for me.
Awesome. And hands-on, do you want your owners in there? If I'm not an owner, am I in there teaching class?
Well, it's not mandatory, but definitely recommended. Okay. So we do mandate that all of our owners get certified. So we have our own certification academy. Okay. We certify all of our instructors just for a consistency standpoint. We want that elite instructor in our studios. And we do make sure that our owners go through all of the certification because in order to be a great leader, you have to speak the same language.
Yes.
So, and we want them to be seen as the leader, as the expert in their studios. So all of our owners are certified. We do a lot of professional development, and we do encourage our owners to throw themselves on the schedule. They don't have to be, a regular, but the clients love it too.
Yes.
Because clients are like, yeah, I took a class from the owner and they were fantastic. So it's definitely something we encourage.
Love it. And emerging in the U.S., but also you've got you're not brand new, right? They've been in multiple countries, been around for a long time. So you got kind of the best of both worlds for people in the U.S. Tons of white space, but you're not babies trying to figure it out
why you're building.
We are not. Right. Yes. So we were founded in 2002, started franchising in 2012. So we've been franchising since 2012. We have over 130 studios open globally.
Okay.
We are across 6 different countries. So we're in Australia, New Zealand, here in the US, in Canada, the UK, and then we do have 2 Chinese studios, but we're not continuing to expand there currently. But this year we're actually opening in Portugal and in Germany as well.
Cool.
That's awesome.
We need to tour their headquarters in Australia.
I'm down.
Okay.
It's in Brisbane. You cannot find a better place to go. Super fun.
Okay.
Start racking up those miles, bro.
Last thing for you. You've been in franchising almost a decade now. Somebody's out here watching our show. We're going to assume somebody's watching our show.
Oh, goodness.
And they're thinking about, should I own a franchise or not? What's a piece of advice that you would give somebody thinking about this path?
Yeah, I would definitely tell them to lean into the process. Really, that's what franchising is for. You're not doing it on your own. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Take advantage of that because that's where I see, franchisees have the most success. You're walking into a proven business model and leverage all of the knowledge that the franchise is giving you. The franchisees that work against the grain, they tend to have a harder time. So for me, that franchisee-franchisor relationship is super important, and that trust between them is what's going to propel both sides to success.
Awesome.
What she said. So,
done. Mic drop.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
January Swiderski from Studio Pilates International. We'll be right back on the Franchising 360 show after this.
Thanks again for watching the Franchising 360 show, brought to you by Fran Coach. Danielle and I hope these episodes continue to educate you on the franchise industry. In between our episodes, if you would like to learn more about franchising and the ways in which Fran Coach can help, there are a few places you should check out. First, be sure to listen to the award-winning Franchising 101 podcast. You can find this on Spotify or wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Next, check out the Fran Coach YouTube channel, Fran Coach for You. You can catch past episodes of the Franchising 360 show, plus tons of other content. If you like to read, we encourage you to check out the book, Becoming a Franchise Owner. And finally, when you are ready to take that first personalized step and explore franchise industry further, please reach out to our amazing team at Fran Coach. There is never any fee for our service, so let us help you create your better tomorrow. Until next week, for Danielle Wright, I'm Tim Parmeter. Thanks for tuning in to the Franchising 360 show.